Today marks 1668 day of daily lessons, day reflections. And today I speak about a dream that I have this night. And it was very short but vivid dream. And I was reflecting that sometimes when you have a vivid dream, sometimes it's great to reflect. Okay, what message could I potentially get? What kind of thing could I learn from this? Because I learned in life that you can learn from everything if you choose to. You can learn from everything if you choose to. And I was thinking, okay, what kind of lessons could I learn from this dream? And I will share first the dream, and after that, I will share the 7 lessons that they potentially could get out of their dream. So, first thing that the dream was started at a small room. A small room. It was bright light. Everything felt familiar. It was a small room, a bright room. I looked around. There was everything seems familiar. Not many things. And for some reason, I don't remember what reason, I decided to leave that room. And the doors that I left, I went immediately into the darkness. Immediately to the darkness. And I felt that it's very, very dark, but I knew that I supposed to see something, but for my eyes was pitch black because I was in a very bright room. And now when I went outside, my eyes was not able to adjust quickly. So I still kept walking. I tried to move forward, even though it was pitch black. I was not able to see anything, and I was walking very slowly. And even though I was walking very slowly, I bumped into in a couple people, and they giggled. They giggled, and I was like felt a little bit awkward, embarrassed that I bumped into someone. They giggled and they moved forward, and they walked away. And at the moment, I still tried to keep moving forward, and I start to see something, start to see like some shapes of things. And after a while, I realized that I'm in the park, and I was kept me moving forward. I found the path, and I walked, and I started to feel and see things around. And at that moment, I woke up, and I think that was very vivid dream, and I think there is beautiful lessons that I could learn from this. The first one is that I was I woke up, and I where I was dreaming that dream was in a bright small room. And what it represents, I think, is a comfort zone. I think that a lot of times we are in a bright small room, and because it's bright, because it's comfortable, it's familiar, we want to stay there. We want to stay in a bright room because everything is familiar. You are able to see everything. Everything is comfortable. But the choice we need to make a choice. And this is again the second lesson is that when we finally get out of that familiar comfortable room, we will get out into the darkness. We will get out in darkness, and the darkness is, for other people, the darkness is already familiar, and that's why other people were already walking there, and if they were able to see it. But for me it was pitch black. I didn't know where is left, where is right, where is forward, where is anything. I just pitch black. And that moment, you still need to keep moving forward, and at some point you'll start to see. So that means that the next stage of your life, when you move from your comfortable position, will be worse. No, not never will be better at the beginning until you get your eyesight and your vision. Now, my third lesson is that disorientation is not failure. So that means when you go out and you really don't know where is left, where is right, you still. But the most important part is keep moving forward, because at some point we will really find out how to really manage our emotions, because the most important part during the disorientation period is developing character, developing yourself, developing resilience, developing the things that is necessary for the future bigger goals. So self-control, being able to emotionally regulate yourself. So that means you are disorientated, but you still keep pushing forward. That's the lesson of when you're still going forward, even though that you don't see anything. Number four, people will not stop their lives to accommodate your struggle. And this is a big one. Because I was thinking as well, like, why those people that I bumped didn't help me, didn't ask, like, are you lost? What's going on? Like, do you need some help? Do you need some directions? No, they didn't do that. They giggled and walked away. And I think that's, again, the lesson that we need to learn in life is that majority of people, that's what they will do. They will giggle and they walk away. They will not understand your struggle. They will not ask if you are struggling. They will say like, "Oh, you're supposed to already know. You're supposed to already be walking. Why you are struggling?" They will not understand. And that's why we need to take ownership of our lives and be okay with that. That people will giggle, not maybe laugh, just giggle. That's more enough to really say that there could be some people will might help. That's for sure. But a lot of people will just giggle and walk away. And we need to learn that. We need to learn to really find the strength within ourselves, take ownership of our lives, and move forward. Number five, your vision improves only through movement. That means that when you really are disoriented, sometimes we can really think that we will close our eyes and then and that things will get better because of it. No, we need to really open our eyes, try to open our eyes and move forward. And by doing that, the things will start to show up, start to clear out. Because by sitting in a same place, the vision will not get better. Especially if you go back to that room that you came from. If you go back to the comfort that was bright, if you go back to that bright room, what happens? Our eyes adjust to that comfort, that eyes adjusted to the bright light. And when we go out again into unknown, we need to spend time to adjust our eyes again. So that means that it's terrible decision is to going back between unknown and comfort, unknown and comfort, because our eyes are not able to adjust fast enough to that unknown before you actually get comfortable with that unknown. Number six is you are learning to trust yourself without full visibility. It is extremely important. So that means that when you really go outside to unknown, the only thing that you can trust is yourself. There's no one around you, you, and it's just going forward, wherever that forward is. Because you don't know where that forward is. And without visibility, without certainty, without sometimes even clarity, is extremely important, and most important part is to trust that you will find the path, that you find the way. They will start to really see the path, start to see the visibility, and then you start to able to adjust because of that. But the most important part is that you're able to trust enough yourself that you are willing to start walking without seeing. And that's what I truly believe, that faith is such an important thing in every single person's life, is that believing in faith is you're not seeing something, but you believe in that. That's exactly what your life, when you're looking to like go into something without sight, without able to see it, you're still believing that there is something better in that future if I just go into that unknown. And that self-trust is extremely important. And that's why I said that faith, truly believing in faith, is a cheat code, because now you're able to really transfer that into your own life. And last one, number seven, that I want to mention is that the most important part to understand is that at some point, the ending matters a lot, because at some point, things will get adjusted. You will understand where you're at, you will understand where the path is, you will be able to join the path, you'll be able to make the path. Though sometimes they just need to wait a little bit longer. Understand, okay, where I am, what are the paths, because most likely when you will eyes clear out, when your vision starts to come up, you start to see that there's a different paths, and the people are walking different paths. And you need to choose which path you will take. Some is if you are one percenter, so that there is no path for me, but I could potentially create a new path. I could be a trailblazer. My path will be a little bit harder, will be more difficult. I will need to walk the steps that no one took yet before, but I'm able and willing to do that, because now I'm able to see the vision that I've set for myself. And that's just very important to really walk into unknown long enough before you adjust your eyesight, your vision, your perspective, and not go back anytime into that bright room, because that bright room will destroy our vision for short period of time again. And that's why I think that one of the biggest things is that people who do not succeed, even though they do a lot of work, is that they go back between those unknown and comfort, unknown and comfort, and our vision or our side is never able to fully adjust. Okay, so which one do you want me to adjust to? And you give yourself that unknown for a really longer period of time. At that moment, you feel very comfortable being there. And it's an interesting dream that I had, but I think that there's a lot of true meaning behind the lesson, because at this moment on my life as well, um, I was in a comfort zone from January, not a comfort zone, I was in a season of rock bottom, getting out of rock bottom, getting into a pretty good stage. But it is again, my dream, I think, is telling me that where I am right now is already becoming a comfort, and I need to move out into new uncertainty so I could develop that eyesight, vision into uncertainty. So I hope you choose to win, and see you tomorrow.